Morning, Ma'am Feliciano. I choose the 10 topics. It's all about the victimology. I choose this because this topic it's learn many more about the victimization or the victim of crimes that happened around the world. First topic that I choose is critical, general, penal, positivist, radical, victim blaming, victim provocation, victim facilitation, biosocial criminology theory, and the last certain activity theory. From the word victim, it means that a person who killed, a person who died, and a person who victims of crime. Victim is the part and trace of the criminology. Victimology, it is the study of etiology causes of consequences on how the criminal justice accommodate victims of crime and other elements of society such as media deal with the crime of victims. Victimology is a study of physical, emotional, financial harm suffered of people doing illegal activities. Victimology it is important not only to educate citizens about behavior that place them at risk for becoming victims, but it is helpful as in a criminal justice in a law enforcement and mental health better assess. My all understanding about the victimology is to gain knowledge on a victim of crimes and abusing power. Victimology, the types of victimization, we have the sexual misconduct, sexual harassment, rape, theft, domestic violence. Those are the types of victimization that can commit by the criminal. First, critical victimology. Critical victimology is the accidents happen with a social group in our society, such as the women and the forest structurally more risk of crime. Women and the forest structurally more risk of crime because of lack of education, lack of an employee, poverty, lack of food, are those are the ones targeted by the criminal offender. For example, if a woman being not discipline herself is one of the targeted or the criminal to commit a crime or rape. Second, general. General is one the second of the victimology. General is all victimization that lead of harm, accidents, natural disaster, and war. And accidents, for example, in gun. By using gun and it is not used it inappropriately, you can accidents to the other person. A natural disaster, for example, theft, and theft can commit a crimes because of lack of food. In war, using any process that can commit crimes, it can be a victim's crimes happen. And third is a penal. Penal means the punishment. It is a follow of criminal law and defined by it is follow of criminal acts and defined by criminal law. Criminal law means a crime trait of their nature and provide their punishment. There will two types, it's either function or sanction that can punishment fit the crime. If a criminal using any process, for example robbery, using any process, it can commit a crimes or that it can be a victim crimes happen. Positivist. Positivist is the base upon itself, based on our human behavior of how to maintain or aware of our behavior or be careful to our environment in order to avoid the victims of crime. For example, in the victim of crimes, anything from walking home alone or leaving a window open or valuable on display can be seen as contributing to one's own victimhood. Radical. Radical victimology is rather than state society as a whole or ruling class. There is no choosing. Radical, for example, trait. Trait is one of the treating of people to a pride or a person or it can commit a crimes and it can be an accidents happen. Victim blaming. Victim blaming, you can blame yourself. You can question yourself why you can do that, why I can do that. For example, if a woman drank too much and at the end of the day and you are going to rape, at the end of the day you blame yourself I can do that. Those are the affairs victim blaming for putting temptation in a way of the criminal. And to avoid the victim, You should not be careful. You should be careful to our environment. Victim facilitation is the victim unintentionally make it easier to the offender to commit a crime. For example, burglary. Behavior was negligent, making themselves more attractive or vulnerable target. Vulnerable target is one of the victim facilitation or pagbilis ng biktima, victim provocation or paghagit ng biktima. Victim provocation, crime would not have occurred or not just the victim behavior. For example, dressing sexy is one of the can be an accident or it can be a victim's crime happened. For example, dressing sexy is one of an accident can be happened or it can be a victim of rape is one of that. Biosocial criminology theory. Bio means life, social means environment or our society. You must be careful our society. Biological, the interaction between biological, interaction between environmental and social factor as well in order to develop to our criminal behavior. For example, if an individual more to be likely to have a criminal tendency such as health risks, genetics, hormones all play in determining the criminal behavior. And the last topic, we have the routine activity theory. Routine is the daily life activity, daily doing by illegal activities of the criminal. For example, the crime will likely occur with a motivated offender together with a suitable target and absence of capable guardian. For example of that, crimes happen with the theft. Theft is one of the commit of crime. It can make it to commit a crime because of lack of food and one of the suitable target of the criminal to get inside or any properties or anything that inside the house without absence of capable guardians. That's all my 10 topics that I choose. Once again, good morning.